How's it? This is Isaac Fox, just your friendly neighborhood multi-dimensional being showing up authentic, raw, messy, and beautiful. This will find the people that it's supposed to find. Love you. How's it? Hello. So, I'm in a different place right now. I'm cruising in my friend's dentist office that I'm helping, his second one that I'm helping him set up. And it just so happens to coincide that I need to be here around this time. So we're waiting for some movers and stuff to show up. And I got some other work to do today. So I thought I'd come here and, hey, Barb, and do a live here. So maybe someone comes in and interrupts me halfway through. I have no idea. However, we're going to get into some stuff today. I have one topic I want to talk about. And it's funny, I actually just talked to somebody about this morning, actually. If you look at the title, it is Astra, the word discipline. Discipline. So when you think of the word discipline, or when you hear it, what does that feel like in your body? And like, what comes to mind, right? Yeah. I was having a conversation with my friend, and we started to actually look up these words as we were walking through this conversation, these moments of remembrance. Remember, life is basically, in my experience, my greatest teacher. So every moment, every day is a chance for me to remember more of who I am. So having a great conversation, we looked up the word discipline, and the Webster Dictionary version of it. Oh, and by the way, I'm assuming many people, when they heard the word discipline, if you were anything like me in the past, it has a negative connotation to it. I don't know if that's a word, connotation, but it has a negative idea to it. Like, doesn't feel aligned in my body, right? Well, it wasn't aligned because the idea I had was actually a false idea of discipline. So when I looked up the word, the Webster basic definition of it did actually have a negative definition, which had to relate with like punishment, right? However, when you look at the root word, the Latin root word, which is actually very valuable if you guys ever get real curious about the words you're using, and if you think of a word and you have an idea and it feels different, it feels kind of icky in your body, go look up the root word of it. Because definitions have been changed, words have been changed from what they really mean, the power they hold, to something else. Like we've attached to it. That's just part of living in a society where people tell you things and you unconsciously attach to that idea. So the root word is actually just student. It's like disciple, like to study, to learn, to grow. And go ahead, look it up. I'm just paraphrasing what made sense to me, sharing it with you. But look it up, read it out. It's quite amazing. So it's fascinating, because when I was younger, you'd get disciplined. So discipline is teaching. So as I was younger, I wasn't doing something the way that somebody wanted me to do it. So they discipline me. They teach me the right way to do it. Fascinating. And, as a kid, it's like, hey, don't piss in the bush in the middle of the house. Don't stand on the table butt naked and eat your food with your hands. Like, kids are fucking wild, man. Like, there's a guidance that happens, right? So there's a discipline at all times. However, we use that as an understanding of I did something wrong. However, what discipline really is, it's following. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Got it.
You got the key?
Yeah.
You want to say hi? I'm doing a quick live. This is my friend Mitchell, Doctor Extraordinaire.
Howdy.
I'm just gonna finish up my live, but you got the key downstairs, and the guys will be showing up soon.
I got it from Norm. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not the key that I thought it was. It's not this key. It's this one with the question mark.
Now we know why there's a question mark on it.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna make 4 copies.
I will take one.
One for your set.
Yes, thank you.
One for Mark, me, and Norman.
Love you.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Okay. Whew. o'clock.
Okay, see you
Half an hour
soon.
to spare.
Okay, awesome. So the and this is great that he came in, by the way. I should have said Astra says hi. This is great he came in, because this all ties together of why I'm here and what I'm doing and the discipline that I'm following, right? So discipline. So it's like the issue is we weren't following a socially correctable way to be, right? Like Isaac, you're 7 years old now. You got to put pants on if you want to go outside. You know what I mean? I mean, kids I just wanted to be naked all the time, right? I don't know if you guys were like that, but most kids I run into are kind of fucking. They just are free. It's just not socially acceptable. So you're disciplined. You're taught like how to fit in. So that's where I've noticed the idea of discipline. Like most people don't really enjoy that. Another aspect of discipline. We're going to get to the expansive side of this. I'm just sharing the basic understanding of like maybe why we have negative ideas of the word discipline. So another aspect of how I see people use discipline is it's discipline. It's almost like forcing you to do something, yourself to do something you don't want to do. Now this is significant to understand this. Forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do. Well, if there's something you don't want to do, many times, my friends, in my experience, what I didn't want to do is also the way it was presented that I thought I had to do it. It was somebody else's discipline. It was somebody else's teaching. So I was attempting to follow somebody else's discipline. And I was trying to discipline myself, teach myself in that way. It didn't work for me. So many times in my past when I heard the word discipline, it was forcing myself to do stuff I don't want to do and wake up and get this done and go to work and whatever that is for you. I can't tell you. It's your experience. But for me, it's very profound when I realized that. When I realized this, it changed everything. If you guys are feeling me, give me a thumbs up on that one. Boop, boop. So, and if you guys are commenting for some reason, I can't see. So discipline. You guys are probably already thinking like all the other ideas that you have in your head about discipline and how you followed it your entire life and how you've judged yourself by not following other people's teachings. Well, here's the thing. As I have been a teacher, because I'm doing air quotes, so no. As I've done classes for quite a long time, I've done corrective exercise and wellness coaching and for the last 16 years. And I've taken classes, right? And I'm constantly a student, just let's put it that way. And I've shared my experience. I've shared what I've learned with other people, and it's helped a lot of people. And so people would call me a teacher. And I realized I can't teach people shit. I can share information with people, but it's up to them to take the information and then do something with it. Right? So think about it. The root word of discipline is student. So who is really your teacher? It's not me. It's not your small self. It's your higher self, your divine mind. That's your teacher. And it knows what disciplines, what teachings that are most beneficial for this beautiful little personality structure that gets to exist down here in a body in this dense third dimensional reality. Okay, so what does that mean, Isaac? Well, what I noticed is I have my own teachings that I'm a student of, which are mine and nobody else's. So if I'm attempting to force myself into a teaching that doesn't fucking align to what my true mind sees as most beneficial, there'll be resistance to it. There'll be procrastination to it. There'll be self-sabotage to it. Like this, it's not working for me, so it's not going to flow. I'm not going to fully be inspired to do it. There are plenty of people, guys, that grind that shit out. And this is the culture, and a lot of people are seeing through this right now, but do it this way and grind and wake up early and work 18 hours, and that works for some people. even if it's misaligned into like what could be more beneficial for them. Some people just grind through fucking life, dude, and they just can manipulate the quantum field to show up into the third dimension reality just through that sheer force of will and grinding. However, who's to say that's most beneficial for them? I don't know. I'm not in their journey. And who's to say they haven't created that from more low-based frequencies like fear and anger, right? All I'm saying is, what am I saying? Is my personality, myself, takes direction from my true self. It is disciplined. It is the student of my life, and nobody else has my unique core frequency, has my unique blueprint, has my unique structures, my personality structure, and my unique experiences of this life that make this beautiful little personality structure that I have identified with in the past, which I'm surrendering to that idea more and more these days. So why would I follow anybody else's teaching but my own? Well, I might do that in the past because I thought that's what I should be, because I had an idea of what a good person is, or a good boy, or a good man, or a good teacher, or a good spiritual person does things like this. Well, I don't know. If you're fortunate like me, that is very painful, and I tend to not do it. I tend to really only do things that I'm inspired to do, and people would call that lazy in the past, and now I'm realizing it's never been lazy. I had a higher sense perception that I wasn't mastering, because the teaching, the discipline I was following was not my own. It was not in alignment with who I truly am and what I'm here to actually bring forth. So now, this is the fun part, guys. I follow a discipline that is my teaching. And it is so simple that the personality structure in the past has had trouble actually accepting that I can change my entire reality by having such a simple discipline. I'm not saying there's not things I do and that I don't stay busy in through the days. I'm just saying it's a simple teaching for me. So it's like doing what I'm doing right now. I'm here working with my friend, and right now it's focusing on the present moment. I have these beautiful little jobs. I'm doing some tree trimming. I'm painting. I'm hanging frickin' machines on the wall. I'm doing all these things. I have these different projects going on while I'm building my academy. I'm writing my books and taking notes and constantly growing and creating these. It's just, there's these little things that I'm inspired to do, and I add them all up. And today it's here. I'm doing this here. Doing these lives is a discipline. Going to the beach every evening and going through my purification ritual of connecting to the Aina, fully understanding myself as part of the earth, and then being an earth steward and practicing the gratitude and letting go of the parts of me that have been separated. I don't care if I slept all day, if I'm going through the ascension symptoms and I slept all day long, I didn't have anything to do, slept all day, I'll get up and I'll go to the ocean. That's my discipline. I learn something from that. I study that. And the next day I wake up, I pay attention to how I feel. Oh, I feel at peace this morning. That anxious fucking feeling that I felt for fucking 40 plus years of waking up and you feel sick to your stomach and your mind starts thinking about all the fucking blah, 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 blah. That's way less these days. Oh man, there's something to this discipline, my blueprint, my structure. What's your discipline? Not somebody else's. Now, here's the thing. I share all this information with people, right? And so if something works for you and it clicks and you go, oh, I'm not teaching you anything. I'm sharing codes with you. I'm sharing information with you. I'm sharing possibilities and opportunities and different realities and different timelines that you go, oh, that works for me. In my way, I bring that into my discipline. Take it. It's here for you, man. I share it. Even when I'm not speaking, I share that information everywhere I go, right? So you find that. So as I'm practicing this, I have an altar now, which is really cool. I'm getting all these different eclectic aspects, and I take what works for me, and I sit in front of the altar. It's the 7 sacred directions. That's more based in South America, Peruvian shamanism, right? We got the 7 sacred directions: north, south, east, west, vertical to earth, vertical to source, up and down, right? And then the heart, all right, 4th chakra, boom, 7th sacred center. So right when I enter into that, man, I am now just fully able to experience myself in all 9 dimensions, that's something we're actually creating and is being held on the embodiment course. We got 20 people in there right now. Going to be mind-blowing. Super excited. But that's just something that just blows my mind. I just sit there, I breathe into that, face due north. It was something I was called to do. It was shown to me about a week ago. I set it up about 3 days ago, and I just love it. I've been doing the ocean. The ocean was shown to me probably 10 days ago, getting there, doing the purification ritual. I show up. That's the discipline. I know what it feels like, and that puts me into a state of peace. It actually aligns me to my top 3 values. If you guys don't know what those are, we have a workbook for that. That's some of the stuff I go with over my students in the, that's a discipline I go over my students with in the first few weeks in the Ascension course. So powerful. So my new values, because I've shifted personalities and timelines. So the new values I hold, the frequencies I hold, is peace, grace, and authenticity. So these disciplines that I have align me into my top 3 values, and then I'm just at peace all day. And what I've realized is, like ceremony. So going to the beach, saying my mantras and getting in the ocean and opening my heart and being grateful. That's a ceremony. Sitting in front of the altar, that's a ceremony. People do full moon stuff and all, whatever ceremony works for you, right? What I'm learning is, what I'm experiencing is this. When I follow my own specific discipline, my higher mind's teaching, I become the ceremony. Yes. So you're disciplined in whatever ceremony I'm doing. I'm a student in that. But I'm a student in that so I can remember more of who I am. And then when I do that, I carry that with me. I carry the purification. I carry the gratitude. I carry the altar and the 7 sacred directions and the 9 dimensions all day long with me in presence. Because I'm not in my mind trying to follow somebody else's discipline and judging myself for not doing what I don't fucking want to do or what's not aligned for me. Do you see it? Do you get it? Because that's what we've been taught. That's what we've learned through no fault of our own. So I'm really understanding there's just the discipline that I have, and it's a loving discipline. And I'm excited to learn. It's a student learning from the only person that I could ever learn through. Ready to go? Perfect timing.
Just at the first blank. I'm going back for 3 more.
Okay. Funny side note. So this is a huge building here. Not huge, but it's a pretty big building. And they they have this roll cage that they got to unlock to get people up the main entrance. And we're having movers come over here today, and the person to open the roll cage doesn't show up on Wednesdays. And so we thought we had a key. We don't. We thought one of the 12, 13 businesses around here would have a key. They don't. It's very funny. So I think he finally found a key, and he's making copies right now so we can get the movers up and down. Just one of those funny things that just shows up in life. So, funny story. So, as I'm following my discipline, like I'm here today, this is one of the things I have work here to do. I come and I work a few hours, a few times a week. I get things done. I get things moving. Okay, focus on the moment, focus on the day. What's the experience today? What's my discipline today? What am I learning today? What am I being taught today? What am I a student of today? And then I just stay more present, and I'm open to the experience, and I study the experience, and I'm curious, and the messages come through, and I see them, and my mind, the personality, the small self, just kind of goes, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But I know when I'm asked to do something, because I've put it off. Many of us have. We keep getting asked to do something simple. It's as simple as sometimes cleaning your closet, sweeping off your lanai, cleaning up your diet. It's simple stuff, right? And when I put it off, it's just edgy feeling in my body. When I start aligning and taking action in those disciplines, I'm light, I'm peaceful, joy, love, light. I have more energy, I'm more inspired. So I start to practice these disciplines, move more into alignment, and then things start opening up for me. That's where the mind doesn't understand. It only knows this basic, limited third dimension bullshit. I'm so tired of taking advice from a limited perception, which is no fault of the small self. It only knows what's its experience. So sometimes I have to let go, follow the guidance without knowing how it's going to happen or what's around the next fucking corner. How is fucking going to the beach every day going to change my fucking life? Well, it already has in a short period of fucking time. I feel so fucking more amazed. My life necessarily hasn't changed. I still have the same bills and the same blah, 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 all the same struggles. Everyone had challenges, everyone has, or I've had in the past. But it's like I've changed. And so if I've changed and my perception has changed and I'm running a higher frequency, doesn't that mean that I'm not so limited in the basic, heavy, dense third dimension, that I might be more moving into the quantum, where things are more malleable and the frequencies I hold then can move through the fourth dimension and take shape in the third dimension? And the actions I take, the simple actions where my mind has no idea where that's going to lead me, which is the point, because the physical mind isn't meant to know how things are supposed to work out. The true mind knows that. So you surrender, be a student, follow, and then it just meets me. People call that law of attraction, but there's a little more to it, I noticed in my experience than that. But it shows up for me, and then I go, oh, boom, boom, take action in those disciplines. Works for me. So rethink the word discipline, look it up, look at the definition. Be a student to you. And I can help you with that. So if I've helped you with that, give me a thumbs up, give me a fucking heart, whatever you want to do. Say, fuck yeah, thanks for the help, thanks for the guidance. Right? Because all I'm doing is I'm just helping you remember something that your divine mind may have been attempting to share with you, or it may have waited for this moment to hear this key code to unlock, to remember, to start following your own discipline in your own way, because that's what we're doing here. We're just getting started, guys. I love you. Be part of the academy. Okay, throw some comments down there. Everybody here is part of this container. We're expanding. The academy is expanding. Our courses are expanding. This is a beautiful time to be alive right now. And I'm just following each moment, each day in the experience. I am the ceremony. I am the prayer. That's not an egoic thing. That's the surrendering of the ego. Trust me. It really is. Because I don't know where the fuck this shit's gonna lead. I get a little glimpses, and I go, ooh, yeah, that's really, oh, I see where that's gonna go. That's what we do. Love you. Bye. If you like this dope ass shit that I'm laying down, like, subscribe, and share. New Paradigm Healing, baby. Love ya.